I'm going to tell you a story about two men, maybe. Two men on a train fighting bloodily over the last seat available. And the conductor, he was trying to intervene, but to no avail. Finally, he lost his cool and he shouted, "Let the weakest one take the seat." Both of them stood the rest of the journey. I ain't got the good sense the gods gave a goose. In fact, plain as dirt in my boots, brain kind of works on its own accord, like a hound dog chasing a runaway Ford. So I made these notes to myself and done tacked them to the wall, just little reminders so I don't completely fall. Things like remember to feed the chickens and don't try and teach a cat to polka. Amen, amen, I don't know the Pope. But the most important one, written big, bold red. If you can't make it to the little house with the half moon on the door, boy, you better find a bush or brace yourself for war. 'Cause nature calls and she don't discriminate. Whether you're a preacher or a fancy debutante in that little outhouse, bless its weathered wood, it's the only privacy one's got, understood? I tried explaining this to Jim Bob last spring when he got the urge right in the middle of my singing and he said, "Honey, I'm a wildflower and can twiddle in the weeds." I said, "Jim Bob, darling, desperation plants the seeds." But the most important one, written in big, bold red, if you can't make it to the little house with the half moon on the door, boy, you better find a bush or brace yourself for war. Now I ain't judging, we're all been there, caught between a rock and a prickly pear, but etiquette's important even in the sticks, so cover up your tracks and avoid the ticks. Yeah, the little house with the half moon is a beacon in the night, guiding lost souls to the moment of, yes, pure delight. Or at least to the moment of necessary relief. So go on now, find your own little brief moment of peace. Wisdom of ages, you know, Johnny was cutting his nails when Grandpa stopped him and commented that he should not be cutting his nails on a Thursday, knowing that Grandpa is superstitious kind. Johnny ignores and carries on, and a few weeks later, Grandpa visits again, and guess what? It's Thursday, and he catches Johnny cutting his nails and can't hold back his disapproval. Exasperated, Johnny says, "Look, Grandpa, I don't believe in all this mumbo-jumbo. I'm a modern man, then I'll cut my nails when I want to." "Oh, Johnny, there's a science behind what I say," explained the wise old Grandpa. "See, on Thursday you're going into the weekend, and there's beer cans to be popped and chip bags to be opened and poker cards to be discreetly picked up. Son, you can't do all this with freshly cut nails."